What's happening, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Sam Steven here for another reaction. In this reaction, we're going to be doing Run the Jewels, and this is the last track off Run the Jewels 4. So we'll do the review, our reaction, and then we'll give our like a 5-minute review of the album.
This is hotly requested, mate. They've been waiting. So
The last one.
They're on the last
that
one.
Guys, I can't wait for the last one.
Can't wait.
And we left them waiting for 2 weeks
did.
purposely. They were like, dickhead.
I'll teach you for comment.
No, don't try to be nice to us. I always jump right into it, okay?
Yeah.
So this is Run the Jewels, a few words from the firing squad.
I woke up early once again, it's 4 days straight. I didn't wake you, baby, I just watched you lay in the radiation of the city sun. I am in love with you, it is my only grace. You know how everything can seem a little out of place. All of my life it seemed to be the only normal state. So being a normal never really meant me being insane. Being clear about the truth of being sane had never really been the same. I used to want to get the chance to show the world I'm smart. Isn't that dumb? I should have focused mostly on the heart. Cause I see smarter people trample life like it's an art. So being smart ain't what it used to be, this fucking dark. You ever notice that the worst of us have all the chips? It really kinda take the sheen on people getting rich. Like maybe rich is not the holy ever-loving king or nothing. Fuckers know we know your blood, but you are dealing with a motherfucking money runners.
Like that.
It'd be a lie if I told you that I ever disdained the fortune and fame. But the presence of the pleasure never abstained me from any other pain. When my mother transitioned to another plane, I was sitting on a plane, telling her to hold on, and she tried hard, but she just couldn't hang. Been 2 years, true fears, I'll probably never be the same. This is just a chore not to let myself go insane. It's crippling, make you wanna lean on a cup of promethazine. But my queen say she need a king, not another junkie flunky rapper fiend. Friends tell her he could be another Malcolm, he could be another Martin. She told her partner I need a husband more than the world need another martyr. Made in Atlanta, Georgia, where I used to ride the martyr. With an empty 22 in the front pocket of my brain starter. Trying to make it out the mud as a baby father's much harder. The same children that you love and the daughter quarter used to break and rob you. Circumstance would have broke a weaker man, but I put it on my mama. I'm a man of honor and the hardship made me a better money runner.
This is for the never heard, never even got a motherfucking word. This is for my sister Sarah, honey, I'm so sorry you were hurt. This is for the dawn, mama took a knock, had to change her locks. Dusted up and brushed off, and I washed, talk about a boss. For the holders of a shredder heart, even when you wanna fall apart. When you surrounded by the fall, treaded water in an ice cold dark. When they got you feeling like a box, running from another pack of dogs. Put the pistol and the fist up in the air, we are dead, swear to God.
Black child in America, the fact that I made is magic. Black and beautiful, the world broke my mama hard and she died an addict. God bless me to redeem her in my thoughts, words, and my actions. Satisfaction for the devil, goddammit, he'll never ever have it. This is for the do-gooders that the no-gooders use and then abuse. For the truth-tellers tied to the whipping post, left deep battle cruise. For the ones whose body hung from a tree like a piece of strange fruit. Go hard, last word to the fire squad was fuck you too.
Very atmospheric, this part, isn't it?
I feel like it's a movie.
Yeah. It's building towards something almost. Oh, there you go. Everyone's gonna cut off there. That's saxophone, by the way.
Actually, wouldn't mind if they just played this out.
Probably it's gonna happen. You gotta remember this is the last track on the album,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
so it's a whole art piece. So
Curtain close.
Yeah. I think it is gonna be, you're right, mate. You fucking know. Oh.
This is the story of a couple of small-time hustlers framed by crooked cops and forced to make a run for their lives. Nothing but a bag of money, a stolen Buick Grand National, and each other to their names. They ain't friends exactly. These guys have a better chance of killing each other than beating the odds. No, sir, they're brothers. And when the chips are down, I really don't think you want to bet against Yankee of the Brave. Yankee of the Brave. Yankee of the Brave. Yankee of the Brave. Yankee of the Brave.
Isn't that the first song on the album? Yankee and the Brave?
I can't remember, mate. It was 6 months ago when we done the review.
It is. Yeah, Yankee and the Brave.
Yeah.
Episode 4. Strange. Last.
No, I think it's...
Well, strange just the way like it all came together. Like I think the first part of the song was amazing, not too. I think the way like they both came into it, all kind of, it was quite emotional and shit. But then like kind of dragged down. You said it'd be good if it actually ends it,
Yeah.
but then it comes back and does that we skit and like
It kind of felt to me like the end of a movie, like the credits were rolling, and you ever stay to watch the credits, you hear a song, it stops, and a new song comes
Yeah.
on. It kind of felt like that.
yeah. And
But I think it was a
something
fitting
you have a
end
wee post. Maybe that was a post credit scene
Yeah.
or post audio scene, post audio track. And no one hears about it.
I think it was a decent song, the end of a pretty decent album.
I think that was definitely better than the last few songs we've listened to off the album, and I think Run the Jewels kind of do it. They always end well, and what they're saying as well. Like I like that wee line was it LP said. He says it's like I never knew being this smart would be this dark as well. Meaning like obviously the smarter you get, the more you read, the more you realize how dark the actual world is and how society actually is. You know what I mean?
I also I like throughout the album they always like obviously they're quite critical of the world.
Yeah.
But they're also critical of themselves, which
Yeah.
I kind of like, because kind of say like there's all these problems, but they're also part of the problem about making money and how much money you can have. But they also want to make money
Yeah.
at the same
They're
time. So
always
they're
torn.
self-critical.
Yeah.
And I kind of like that kind of came through.
Yeah.
Listen, this is not like I know you're a bigger fan of Run the Jewels.
Yeah.
I'm probably not going to rush back and be like, this is my top 5 albums of all time. It's not. It's just not. It's just not.
But again, albums like that, there you don't listen to like say fucking like Marshall Mathers LP and go straight away and go, that's my best album. You come back 20 years later,
But yeah,
10
I get
years
that.
later, like,
I think it's a very good album. I think it's if you were going to introduce someone to Run the Jewels, I think you would go here, check it out. You might like it.
yeah, it's hard to actually imagine now because I look at, for me, Run the Jewels 2 is when I got into Run the Jewels or RTJ4, and for me that's the album I always go back to because that's the album that got me into them. But in terms of like their writing quality, I think they do get better, and the production value does get better. This album is slightly different than the other ones. It's not as intense. The lyrics and the vocals are intense, but the actual overall production isn't really. But the production sounds better in that sense. Well, it's not really. If you listen to RTJ2, RTJ3, it's more hard hitting, it's more in your face. This is more subtle, it's more artsy. And I get it because you can't just repeat the same shit every album. So they're trying to keep themselves entertained.
And actually, so as a fan of Run the Jewels, like hearing this for the first time, did this blow you away? Like you're like, fuck!
Technically, yes. Technically, overall production, the whole album concept does blow me away because I'm not going to be critical of RTJ2 or 3, but I do think it does always drag out near the end. I do think this definitely did drag out the album. The last few tracks does, but I don't know if that's because of what we
the way we done it.
Probably, yeah. When I first listened to it, I fucking thought it was amazing. I thought the level from the first song to the last song was up there. Of course, there's going to be songs where it dips and stuff and all too, but it doesn't dip as much as Run the Jewels 2 and 3 does. Am I saying is this album better? Personally, no. I do like 2 and 3 better. That's because me and I've listened to them albums now from like Run the Jewels 2 came out 5 years ago now. Yeah. So I have 5 years for that song, that album to sit with me to listen back and actually understand the album far better. This album I've only listened to it once.
Yeah.
So I need to give myself like a couple more years, couple more listens to actually get into it. But as an over, like I always say, like Run the Jewels 2 and 3 is just so good. Like I always think they're going to stop doing these now because they can't keep getting better and getting better, and they do. I think this album overall is a better album in terms of like the overall sound and arts, like artsy vibe they're going for, and it's quite different. Every track does seem to be different. Why like Run the Jewels 2 and 3 always seem to be very repetitive in a good way.
I think for me, like I've never. I have to be in a certain type of mood to listen to even this type of music.
Yeah, of course.
Like it can be draining. Do you know what I mean? It's almost like I feel like sometimes the songs it's like a task. You feel like you're not going to sit down and fight about this. You're not like, I can't wait to listen to that there because it cheers you up and makes you happy. But the best thing about it is it makes you think about the world.
Yeah.
Which is a good thing. It's like it makes you think into things. It makes you go, oh
Makes
fuck,
you
they're
have-
bragging about this. So you're learning stuff and you're
Yeah.
kind of going. It makes you think about things in a different way. But for me, I have to be in a certain mindset.
Yeah.
And it depends what you want out of music.
Of course, yeah. I think that's the joys of music. You have so much different varieties. You have an artist who's gonna rap about fucking taking drugs or drinking and all shit. You have artists like Run the Jewels who's gonna make you think. And I think that's why I said to you that we can't just do an album review. We need to listen through these tracks one at a time and actually talk at them, because every song is about a conversation. You can have a conversation with every single song. It was dragged out a bit more. Maybe we shouldn't have done that there. But in terms of like what I got from the album, you realize that every track is so detailed and so like there's so much going on in each track. Even that Killer Mike's part there where he's talking about like he's obviously really like outspoken about societal problems and all too, and like Black Lives Matter and shit. But then like, and people always say I could have been another like Martin Luther King or Malcolm, but my wife needed a husband rather than another martyr. You know what I mean? Like, so he could have been out there and put himself on the line, but his wife like, I need you to be a husband. I need you to be a dad. Like, try to do both. And that's you always see with Killer Mike. He's doing that. He's having fun. He's making money, but he's real vocal about problems in society and obviously Black Lives Matter and stuff. And that's why what I get from him, because we're two white guys from Ireland. How do we know really what's going on in a black guy's life in America? But we do know because we hear Killer Mike, people like Dave in the UK talking about it.
And I think if we, obviously one day we'll probably have these guys on our podcast. But if we were sitting speaking to these guys and we said, right, listen, me from my perspective, I never really listened to your music. I listened to your album. I liked it. I have to admit, I have to be in a certain mindset to like the album, but it makes me think about the world. They'll probably be happy with that.
Yeah.
They'll probably be like, yeah.
As
perfect.
long as you listen to the album, because you can't. It's like any art form in it. It's all. It's all down to your personal preference. You know, I can't make my mum or dad listen to this song and then go.
My dad
Mommy,
hate this shit.
Exactly. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but like that doesn't mean they're right or wrong.
No.
You know what I mean? It's all about what you like, and if you can take anything from a song, if it makes you have a conversation or it makes you have a different perspective, then that's worth it, I think. And some of the songs you just want to jam to you when you think too much about them. Yeah, that's a good thing about the songs or about the album itself. So anyway, out of 10,
that was a good overview.
Out of 10,
I don't know. It's hard for me to put because again,
people like that shit.
Out of 10, I'd probably go an 8 or so. But then again, I've never really went into any of their other albums. So whenever you're giving your rating, you're probably comparing them against the other albums. But I'm just comparing this fair. So I'll go 8. But again, in 6 months I might go 10. In 6 months I might go 6. I don't know.
Exactly. I'll go for 8 as well, just because I really enjoyed it. I love them too, and hopefully they keep doing fucking albums like this. Alright?
Yeah.
That was our review anyway. That was our album reaction, album review of Run the Jewels 4. Hope you enjoy.
Hi everyone, thanks for watching the video. Please like, comment and subscribe. Just to let you know, we've got similar content available on the channel if you want to check it out.
We also do our own podcast called MCPodcasting, where we cover a range of topics from politics, sports and even movies.
We basically just talk a lot of shit.
We argue a lot as well on it there, but all the links are below. We're on all major platforms, Spotify, iTunes, and is there any other?
That's the main ones, yeah.
Yeah, it's the main ones.
Just check out the podcast, and if there's any sort of videos you want us to react to, drop us a comment on the YouTube videos and we'll be sure to check it out.
Or if you want to make fun of us, then go ahead. We don't care.
Be nice.
Be nice.
In fairness, we don't really get that many comments.
No, don't.
Yeah.
Stop looking at me.
Okay.